Welcome. My name is Olaoluwasanmi, and this is the Revive podcast. I have with me
Oluwafumlola Shoko, but you call me Omidan.
Oh shit! You know what? At once, I've always wanted to ask. Sorry that now when we say the spotlight is on you, that I'm asking.
I know.
Why the name Omidan?
You have to wait till now. All right, so Omidan is the meaning of Omidan is a young woman in Yoruba language, a very young woman. When you say young lady, beautiful young lady.
There's a story to that young lady.
Okay, so you want the story now or you want it later?
Where? Hold on. You know the reason why I'm asking you now, so that I can't lie. Every time that there's spotlight on you, and then you want to lie, you probably me the sweating. So I want to see you tell the truth. I want to see you sweat.
All right, the truth is, let's just say the absolute love of my life gave it that name. So that's it. Let's move.
You see, I have these sayings. I can only spot out something in some way.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody. This is the Revive podcast. And so the sole essence of this podcast is we try to have a spot where we talk about the creative minds, the creative process, and what they go through when they're going through one or two issues and stuff like that. So this is like the introductory episode. I'll be with you, okay?
Yes, so welcome. I'm saying welcome again because that is the introduction of the Revive. And trust me, on this program, we're going to have a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about something you're yet to tell somebody about, because a lot of people go through a lot and they like to put it inside. Now, blood pressure rise, what's the thing called? Mental health,
stuff like that.
It happens to a lot of people, and in Nigeria, we know they go for...
Even in America, you know that the blacks, and this is the most annoying part. Like even the blacks in America feel like it doesn't make any sense to go to a therapist. So why would a Nigerian how you carry money? You never chop a bar finish. You
go to Nigeria, so a lot of people are just trying to make ends meet. It's just like you wake up in the morning, you pray, you bathe, you eat, you go to work, you enter bus, downfall, and all those buses. And you come down and go home again and sleep and wait for the next day. Instead of salary, you go no.
Yeah.
Go so does big.
You know when you daylight when you.
That one has been happening since the days of fella.
And then another thing is this. There's this thing that happens to we Nigerians.
Okay.
So you make, say, 60,000 naira, which is like a good. If you're making 60,000 naira, you share man. You make 60,000 and then somebody's telling you to go and pay.
A month or a day?
A month.
Okay.
If they make 60,000 naira, you're a big boy. Like you're a big boy. If people work in the bank.
No, I don't lie to people.
No, that's the perception. If you work in the bank, a lot of bankers, that's the amount they make.
Are you talking about the tertiary money that they dash you?
But then, I mean, they'll tell you, we pay you for this job, and then they pay you 60,000 naira. That's, you know what? And then somebody will tell you to go and pay somebody 20,000 naira so that the person will listen to you. You say reasoner. You go on do it. That's why a lot of people don't go to therapists. They feel like it doesn't make any sense. But there's value in these things when you can sit with a professional and in between your words and conversation, they can tell, bro, this is where you're lagging behind. This is what you need to do to move your life forward. It's a psychological stuff. It's beyond just conversation.
And one thing about this thing is it always gets people to have migraine. When you see you have constant headache about something, trust me, something is wrong with you. And if you can't afford a therapist, you can get counselors. We have counselors in different places. You can walk into a university and look for the counselors. They have counselors who counsel you. You don't necessarily have to be a student to be a counselor, because they are always very nice. The counselors I've met over the years, they're usually nice people. So you can get counselors to always listen to you and they'll tell you what to do. They might not even find a solution, but they would always make you feel better.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They feel better. That's like the most important.
Comfort.
Yeah. So this is not that we are saying we're the therapist.
No,
we're talking about something.
I'm not a therapist.
Want to talk about.
Let me go knee lower because Nigeria is hard.
So I'm a brand engineer, and that gives me like a clue into how people think and how people reason, because I look deep into. So most of the time I relate business from the point of the psyche.
Absolutely.
So it gives me an idea. Plus, I was once an artist. Like simple. Shey they wine me. Check. You go here.
An artist.
They wine.
I'm a broadcast journalist. So
shit.
I listen to people, especially when people call you, when you're talking about something very topical. Issues that are very topical when it comes to mental health and also a relationship. Because relationship is one of the most things we hear now on Instagram. Advisor and advice to appointee and appointed. They always tell you all the advice that they go through. They don't even practice what they preach. But sometimes on radio, when people call me up and you're talking about the situation, like, how is your boss treating you? When people talk on radio or callers call on radio, it gets to me like, sometimes I even call the callers back.
Whoa.
To have, because sections are like, the show can be 30 minutes, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and inside there will still sell markets, advert and everything.
Yeah.
But I try to call them up and just reach out to them and tell them, okay, that's fine. Nobody's really, really enjoying what's happening, but we just need to live and let live.
So be rest assured that we're going to talk about everything from your financial pressures to how your boss are treating you. Because, first off, let's even talk about the music scene. We're talking about creative minds. Do you understand the prayer that people go through when somebody is making you feel like, your life is in my hand? Okay, so you know what's happened? I don't want to do this. I don't want this to be like a session where we're calling names. But for these reasons, this is not me saying that this person is bad or whatever. But it was the statement he used. Davido said something recently when he said, an artist's life is in his hand. And this is, I'm just referencing this with what a lot of label owners say. If they don't understand that this is a business, you're bringing in the money and somebody else is putting the talent, and then you guys are working together to make the business pop, then why would you? Because I see a lot of record labels owners who would then victimize people. Putting a prayer on people, letting you know, sign you now, if you spoil your life. And then so what they mean by if you spoil your life is now you are signed with them for the next 5-6 years. And then they would stop funding the business.
So did they sign for 6 years?
How many years did Kiss Daniel sign?
Kiss Daniel's story is a story that would I say I was involved? No, I was not rightly fully involved. But I got. So
how many years did he sign?
I was thinking he signed 6 years.
He did more than 6.
I thought it was 6.
It was more than 6, I think.
Because the manager was a broadcast journalist, and I was friends with him, so I thought he signed 6.
So, but people signed 6 years.
He signed 6.
Exactly. But I can categorically tell you that people signed 10 years.
Kinode, I don't know why.
Exactly.
Why would you sign?
See, here's the thing.
That's 1 decade of your life. I don't know. Why would you sign for?
Now if you call them decade, then I have a picture I'm going to divide your life into. Let's just assume you're going to spend 100 years. Divide your life into 10 years.
Maybe you're 30.
You're
30, you're entering 40. 40 is something begins at 40.
Yeah, everything. I feel like everything begins at
40.
Midlife crisis.
And blow. Like I'm trying to understand.
No, but this is what happens. This is what happens. A lot of people, they might actually not even sign 10 years. They will tell you they're signing 3 albums with them. But then you can't make album every year. So it just means that you make 1 album and then you promote for the next 2-3 years. That's automatically, you're spending like 10 years with them.
Now I understand the drama with Skip.
Exactly. So a lot of the time, the prayer that these people then put on these creatives is, so this is what I tell people all the time. There's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And you guys are going to be hearing this from me all the time. So the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, there's the seat of emotions. That's where the knowledge is stored. That's where the ideas come from. Creativity comes from. If you are at peace, it's a feeling. It comes from that place. That's it of emotions. If you are happy, it comes as a feeling. Joy comes as a feeling. Now, when you tell somebody that you can spoil their career and they feel like, I have issues with this boss. Now, it can stop funding my career.
My data.
That fear can make somebody stop being creative. It's just like the same thing when somebody say, I'm trying to look for a hit song.
Okay.
You put a prayer on that part of your life. It doesn't express itself easily. So a lot of the time, these guys do a lot of harm to the creative minds. When you're having to deal with your boss drama, you're having to deal with maybe their family issues, you're having to deal with your own family issues. Now you're trying to look for hit song.
And it's not coming. It's not coming. Now sometimes they say hit songs. What's the definition of a hit song? For me,
it's not even good yet. Like it's going to be like a topic for like that's like another topic on it.
Because I have a lot of ideas when it comes to hit songs. Sometimes the hit song that they think the record label think is a hit song might not even be the hit song.
True.
And also sometimes the artists gut feeling, like song would be might not even be the hit song.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the listeners and the fans.
Yeah.
That get the songs.
And I feel like a lot of the time, and this is coming from, trust me, it's coming from somebody who are like a broad understanding. Sometimes it's grace, chance, and luck. So it's not like, so you are in the studio.
You might have luck. You might get the chance.
Exactly.
But the grace, when you have that grace,
Like everything's like, so let me give you an instance. I heard the story of how W4 made Control, which is like a big song. I heard the story of how this guy made Stupid Song. What's his name? Praise. Sorry, Bez. I mean to say, Bez made Stupid Song. Like their albums were complete. They were just in the studio having fun, and then the idea came, and then Control, W4 were just vibing, and then the song came out, and it was the song that sold the album. The same thing with Bez album was complete. Somebody came to Cobhams. From what I heard, someone came to Cobhams wanting to record the song. He said Cobhams should produce a Stupid Song for him. So he was wanting to do all those back goes. And then the idea came to Cobhams. Cobhams presented the idea to the guy. The guy turned it down and said, no, I want like a stupid song, like all those bass. Then Cobhams took the song to the idea to Bez. And that became Bez's big song. So most of the time, what you call a hit song is not what you're even prepared for. A lot of the time, it's just having. That's why I say you're having fun. While you're having fun, the ideas are just flowing easily. The easier the idea flows from your subconscious mind, that's what you have to enjoy. It
gets to the time that some artists, they always miss it. And for me, I feel there's a particular artist who I felt that right now it should be like one of the rave of the moment. But because when he did his ad copy or the graphics for the ad for the song, his face was not there.
Exactly.
So that's another problem.
That's
why you need somewhere like Mr. Out.
No, hold on, chill. Yeah. When you want to say stuff like that, you just think I invite people with a fan me so that my head is. But it's the truth. See, for an emerging artist, when you're coming out, and this is one of the things you're going to be getting in this very space. You're going to be getting advices. You're going to be getting.
But don't tell them everything. You're getting so deep in the conversation. It's an introduction.
So
we'll let you in. So you have to come and watch this space.
Yes, now.
You have to come and subscribe.
You got to subscribe. You got to stay locked on this.
You have to stay locked because we have so many information. These are information that are paid for. So if you're coming to me personally,
but sure, so you're supposed to charge people. Like, I don't know why YouTube would not even.
No, we'll give them everything. They'll come. They'll contact you.
So for the case, more like the case that Omidon spoke about just now, when you start a career, irrespective of what you're doing, you're promoting three things: your name, your face, and your content.
That's it.
There are people who are popular. You know their name, you know their face, but you can't even attach one content to them. There are people who are, you know their content, you know their name, but you don't know their face.
Absolutely.
They did not promote it. So it's like a total vibe. So it's a lot of work when you're coming out.
And also, as an emerging artist, one advice I would always tell people is make sure, if you have an A-list artist on your song, make sure that
they don't outdo you.
I've
heard that talk about that.
Hey, that thing is deep. It's deep because sometimes when you get a featured artist on a song, and because the artist is the A-list artist, they'll say, "Oh, Naimu." Well, now you pay for production. It's your song, it's your video, you pay for studio section, you
pay for the marketing, promotion.
Those A-list artists, they're very expensive, and any advice as an upcoming artist or an emerging artist, and you pay for
to get to a level before you can even start. And that's, you know what?
You pay for everything.
Take.
You pay for everything. You pay for Shayo. That's the height. Because I have some artists that you pay for Shayo.
Imagine that. You don't drink, but then you are bringing somebody, but then so you go pay for shower.
So, and when that artist is coming, it's not coming alone, it's coming with a crew.
The wine.
And my.
So imagine that you don't drink, but what you know they drink, they use their money to buy out for somebody, and then the person will still can't take the shine on the song. So more like what we're saying is,
be prepared.
You have to be prepared. So like, it's a lot to talk about, but that's just the idea of Revive the podcast. It's supposed to be something that you listen to. It gives you like a solace where you smile a bit, and then you get tips about life, about business, about creativity, and sometimes you could get advice on how to.
Advice is very key, and also it gets to a point where you have a flashback on some mistakes that you've made as an emerging artist. And also, let me tell you something. Artists that they blow one day.
Oh shit!
Always release that song. Don't hold that.
If I say introduction, we don't pass introduction. We don't give out a lot of.
Release that song. Don't hold that song because You never know
You never know.
who is listening.
You never know who's. So somebody asked me one question one day. The person said that it was on Twitter. So the person said that, where is the place of God and grace in music promotion? So I said, so what I told the person was, imagine that you spent 6 million trying to promote a song, but then the person that needs to hear the song, maybe the person will say, you could just like the song. To the same say, you can't carry, you can't promote it. The person was not on seat when the Sound City was playing that song, or maybe the person was on seat, but somebody else was talking to him. That's the place of grace, the place of God, and the place of luck. So when you don't carry the money, go radio station, and then you don't carry the money, go meet marketer. There's a place where you have to fast. Go ask all these guys. The video you hear the video, they talk about God. You think it's in a film trick. We have the money, but you still understand.
Shout out to the video and also his composure. He had a press conference recently, and somebody asked him that all of the songs on the album, there's no sober song on it, and I was like, that's sober, that's family. This is music.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people was waiting for the video. Was it, come up out here, who you be? Get out of here. But even the manager, after I stick, I was like, guy, you don't do that. Your question don't be long. The video was like, maturity don't come. The video is now more matured. Nobody saw that coming. That's branding.
Yeah.
That's branding, and
I think even his approach to how he does his music
right now.
The way he approaches his songs is different. Yeah, you expect that to happen. This over a decade.
And I'm sure you still goes to therapy. Those people, they don't tell us now. We know now. Why you do that? You know, we know.
I think, so let me not lie to you. I'm one of those guys who I would not even tell my friend what's happening to me. The talk of talking to a therapist. So most of the time when you talk about a therapist,
I'll talk to the creator of the universe. Ask him for advice.
No, but what I'm saying is this. That's why, I could not. Yeah, I mean, it would. A couple of them would say therapist, but it's just that they would not talk about this thing. So I want to advise you, even though ideally I don't see therapy. I'm this guy. Don't
what you don't practice, Mr. Ola. See a therapist, see a counselor. For me, I think that's good.
Don't preach what you don't practice. So okay. So
you think you don't see a therapist?
I like the fact that so you allowed yourself do the talking. So
me, I see counselors.
I'll tell you what I do all the time.
Tell us what he does.
I've understood that the way the minds of humans work, you can revive your own mind, which is what we're trying to do on this. Shout out to Revive the podcast. Yeah. Sometimes you just hype yourself. So I understand that there's a place, you need to find a place called solace. It might be your room, it might be somewhere quiet. I've accustomed myself to doing that all the time. Okay. I could be in my space, in my room, and then there's a lot of activities happening maybe outside or in the sitting room and all that. And then I'm just not, it doesn't get to me. I don't care. Sometimes I could be in the room for a day and not eat. Like when I'm in that space, I could bring myself back to it. Anxiety, I could bring myself calm down. Okay. So I think I've learned to do that. So
that's for you. We are all wired differently.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people are like you.
Yeah.
Most people I hear on socials, they tell that I'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
So just
whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you.
But don't take down. Yeah. Don't look down on the concept of seeing a therapist, because that's a professional right there. Do you get me? So yeah.
If you can't afford a therapist, let me say it again. A counselor will do it.
If you can't afford a therapist, talk to AI. Seller.
I never saw that comment. I was giving you this advice. I was going to tell you about this, but I'm not going to tell you anything.
I don't. But I like the fact that she connected with, because she was trying to talk to me about it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So maybe if you talk to the AI, I mean, that's like what's trending now. So
artificial intelligence, I must say.
Yeah. So what we're just trying to say is this: the Revive podcast is going to be one of a kind. It's not like a regular where we talk about who know they wear pants go sleep. And I'm not calling names.
That's not part of it.
This is, you see, I know
that's not part of it.
Now only me don't they smile. I know they smile because I'm very serious right now.
I'm
just I'm just telling you that this is going to be one of a kind
Absolutely.
space where you're going to learn a lot. You're going to understand why people do what they do. You're talking from two creative minds here. So aside the fact that, and this is me hyping it up, aside the fact that she works in radio, she is a student of theater arts. Do you know what that means?
That's like, she's just getting let them know everything about me. She's okay. It's like,
Oh, so
let's revive. We'll let you in on.
Hold on. Are we keeping secrets?
No, not keeping secret. We are letting you in on the things that we.
Yeah, that gives us a chance to be here. They feel me.
Yeah.
So on this very space, you're going to learn a lot. Now, I don't want anybody to take it to heart when we call names. A lot of the time, we're not calling names to insult you.
And some of those people are our friends.
Do you get me? We're not calling names to insult you or no, bro. Calm down, chill. If you never chop today, no be me, cousin. So no. And if you feel offended, like always come back to this very episode, this introductory episode, and then see us apologizing to you. Say no vex.
Okay.
Ahead of time.
Yes, sir. We no vex, right? We are here for you, like you're there for us. So, and also would like you to always put down your questions on the comment section so we can reply you and talk to you.
Yeah.
Because that's why we're here.
Yeah.
So let's have conversation, deep heart-to-heart conversation, and we'll let you in on everything we have.
And then if you feel like hey, we're offended, because I think I'm really keen on that offense. I know that's why they drag people on social media. That's not why they name.
Emma Binu.
Don't
Binu.
And if you're Binu, person say we be or more, they never give any.
That's saying me, Emma Binu.
But for real,
We're sorry.
For real.
Thanks.
This is us telling you ahead of time.
And also shout out to the people who call themselves the fans.
I feel like
I'm a fan of so many.
like Tiwa Savage. Yeah, why am I revealing your secret? Like supposed to be a secret.
Yeah, so this is why like so it's there's gonna be a lot of conversation, deep heart conversations on the show. So in case we are saying something about your face, trust me, we don't say things that we don't know.
Yeah. And if you feel like I don't know enough, maybe you could enlighten me. Like send me a message.
All right, so welcome back. This is still the Revive, and we've got something very, very special right in this magic box.
So this is what we do. We pictured ahead of time that there could be heated argument between us and then something to just cool the atmosphere and all that. So we thought about a game. So it's always going to be something that we do before we then close the session.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So this is the magic box.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Open your eyes very well, bro.
See, if the question in these things, say I don't get them. The producer of this game.
You see me, right?
You go see me, you call us.
This is Ashley.
Bring down. No, open them now. Now me go collect them. Now me go describe. And then now you go explain.
Let me wear my arm.
Loudly something.
Oh. Let me shut my eyes. I think. Wow. Okay.
Wallahi.
Let's see.
This I need to touch you.
You know what?
I go this adult go. All right. So
okay.
This is not a word. It's a statement.
A statement.
Yeah, it's a statement, and then you have to guess the statement.
How many words?
Okay. So shout out to you
For asking that, right?
for asking that question. So
I want to be sure of what you have there. How many words?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. So just hold on. I just come and cheat. We just start on it. All right. So one of that word is somebody from DMW.
From DMW?
Yes. Now, this is the disclaimer. I did not write this shit. Everyone bears me witness. I did not write this stuff.
Don't worry now. Okay.
All right. So somebody from DMW. So I think you will have to guess that person.
Okay.
But that person is, how do I even describe this thing? Like this is not jam question. This is like more than jam question. So that person is not a rapper. So he's a what? Now I'm helping you decipher this word though.
What's
Is it
the
what?
rapper?
So if it's not a rapper, is it what?
I think I should just.
No, I'm not telling you to guess the person now. Now, so if the person is not a rapper, what's the person?
You tell me you want a name now?
No, not the name. Like, if you're not a rapper, you're either a rapper or a what?
Singer.
Exactly. So that word is also in that sentence. So I've given you the clue about the word singer. Now, that person is, look at me now. I want to give you like the real expo.
Okay.
That person is,
Okay, singer, writer.
how do I explain it? I know they like that. See, I would not lie to you. I wrote jam once. I know they like anything with stress my brain.
Do you want me to? Do you just want me to just mention the name and tell you what the word is? Just mention all of the words.
It's a sentence now.
Okay.
So the person is, okay, so how do I explain this? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I prefer to be the one.
Let me just.
So hold on, chill.
Yes.
Is there any deduction from what I just said?
Coming from DMW. That meant available for piracy or miracle. But then the rappers, you know, the rapper, favorite rappers.
Shit.
Miracle. Is an Afrobeat singer and the song was
Is it Mayo that you're choosing?
Milk.
You're wrong.
Since I mentioned to start.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
Right now. You're right. Yeah, or is it right?
Okay, so the person I'm talking about used to have one long hair like this. Okay. Now you don't try.
Okay.
Now, but the sentence itself is not.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I said? What I said?
What?
Piracy is HIS a singer and a performing artist.
So hold on. The sentence now is this still it? Peruzzi is a singer and a songwriter.
It's a singer and a songwriter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's just 8.
How can somebody be so wrong and then it's still so accurate?
Okay, that's fine.
But then no, you. I think Lombi. You are who? So Peruzzi is, you're right. A, you're right. Writer, you're wrong.
Writer is wrong.
So writer is not wrong, but then the two words are there.
Peruzzi.
This is like putting the board math. Where you are like bracket open division. So you are wrong, sir. But the sentence says
Show me.
Peruzzi is a better writer than a singer.
Well,
But then now, I think I was the one that I did a poor job describing. I didn't really actually describe. But I gave you a clue. So giving somebody expo passes for some time.
what is that, Jim?
If a teacher did not teach you properly and gave you expo, teacher tried that.
But truly, Peruzzi is a better song.
You agreed?
And it's relaxing.
I didn't say that.
I said it.
You remember the person that said this? I don't want to allow.
I did do that thing because I'm engaged.
Yeah, like a lot of people. I think he's doing his best.
I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
Music. So when I go and check the charts, I don't say Peruzzi. I get sad. So if you found this thing, I get really sad. Don't get any distance. But people that had things featured on their songs, the songs they're making.
Like the one he did with Lush. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've played that stuff. Shout out to Lush.
Yeah. Plus, you guys need to understand one thing. Like, this is me now. Try to commend every creative minds out there. Sometimes they put out the job and then they need money to promote it. Now you understand that in this industry, 10 million is not money. This is me being real. Because even now, TJ Mori, they collect $30,000. Like, why, man?
30 million.
So 10 million is not a lot of money. Imagine that was the money somebody would have back in 1960s 1990s and think he's a millionaire.
Barriers boy.
Do you get me? Now somebody's saying that money is not even money. So sometimes a lot of the time they're skeptical in pushing money on their project. So it could be a lot of factors.
So have a plan, strategize. Don't just work based on somebody say. Have a fan, get somebody to plan your brand from you as an artist, because you as an artist, you're a fan. As an artist, I'm not very much here though. So let's see how that goes. This is right. We'll be coming back. This is the intro for you.
This was intro.
Come back.
Wait, hold on. This is just intro and there's so much vibe. We don't even get up.
Intro. We'll come back. A lot and lot and lot. Is this true for you? Keep it at we have. My name's Omid.
And here's what you guys need to understand. You can follow us on revive_visuals on IG, on Twitter, and then subscribe on YouTube so that you can keep up with this vibe, like this vibes.
Subscribe.
More of this vibe.
Subscribe. Revive_visuals. That's REVIVE
For
_VIS.
For rappers, I'm giving you a clue. Revive and vibe.
Okay.
So what I did.
Get on the revive and vibe all through.
Yeah.
Adios.
Oh shit.
Say about that.